You know, sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search my feelings just like a pat down. And when I hear you ain't loyal, I don't like that sound. And you done burnt all them bridges, don't you come back round. You know, sometimes when I'm up and I get knocked back down, I gotta search.
It's your boy Noto, back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And in today's video, we're going to discuss why you will receive hate once you get a fit body. Now, I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos, a couple clips, and then we're going to come back and we're going to chop it up.
To my brethren of the bulk, to the men of mass, I want to make something crystal clear. Brother, they were always haters. Your glow up didn't create jealousy. It just exposed it. You didn't change, you evolved. You got in the gym, you built the body. You built the body, you built your body. You got discipline, you took control over your life, and suddenly, all of a sudden, the people who once loved you, they're quiet, they're distant, they're bitter. Why is this? It's because your progress reflects their laziness. Your growth reminds them of every excuse that they made. Your transformation is a mirror, and they can't stand it. They can't stand when it shows like that. Let's get one thing straight right now. Muscle threatens the insecure. I repeat, muscle threatens the insecure. Discipline irritates the weak. Power makes the powerless squirm. You leveling up didn't make you cocky. It made them uncomfortable because now you're undeniable. You're not the same guy anymore. Brother, you walk different. You talk different. You stand different. You look like you're built for war. And guess what? You are. Every side comment, every passive aggressive jab, every you've changed or you're obsessed comment, good. Let them talk. That's confirmation that you are on the right path. Your physique is a filter. It separates the real from the fake. The ones who clap for you versus the ones who secretly pray for your fall off. So what do? Now? It's time to double down. Train harder, eat cleaner, go darker. Let your success suffocate their doubt. Because if they hated your potential, just wait until they see your final form. Brother, they were never your friends. They were your audience. Understand the difference. Watching, waiting, hoping you stayed average. But it's too late. You've already built the momentum. There's no letting up. Now it's time to actually finish the job, because every set that you hit, every pound that you gain, every goal that you crush is another reason they'll never say your name again. Keep getting bigger, keep going, keep getting louder, and keep getting unavoidable. This is your revenge arc, and it's only just begun. It's time to get massive.
Everyone hates on you when you lose weight. Every single person hates on you. In honest reality, you guys, there are some people that are so soft and sensitive. The fact that I lost weight, I lost body fat, and you did not, you're mad. You're even more mad that I'm able to maintain it and keep it in like a healthy, balanced lifestyle with enjoying my food out without being restrictive, without tracking my food and so forth. And people will hate on you and bash you and try to drag you down and like give all kinds of assumptions and bring you down, say you're taking certain supplements, certain things, that you have like bad eating patterns and so forth, and that you haven't, when you just are able to maintain a clean, healthy lifestyle and you're able to keep the weight off. Just because you can't do that doesn't mean you have to hate. Everyone is always gonna hate on you when you're doing better or you have something that they really want, and they're always gonna trash talk you. So keep what you're doing, queen. Stay fit, stay snatched, stay lean. Don't let anybody get to your head. Like, no, this is your life. Nobody has to understand what you're doing, what you're going through. You know what you're doing and it makes you happy. This is your lifestyle. Nobody has to understand your lifestyle, and it doesn't have to make sense to anyone but you.
When you're in shape, people are going to hate on you regardless. See, they're going to hate on you for the same thing that they ignore on average looking guys. You can have an overweight guy, right? Put on a t-shirt. Nobody gives a fuck. But you put on that t-shirt and now your arms are bulging out, your chest is filled up, and people are going to say that you're showing off. People are going to say, oh, that guy looks like he needs a bra, right? Let an average guy put on some fitted jeans, right? Nothing, again. But you put on those same fitted jeans, you haven't skipped leg day, and now your pants are too tight, or you're a try-hard. Guys, they're not sitting here hating the clothing on the man. Because again, average guys put on the same thing, they can care less, right? They hate what that fit is exposing. It's exposing them to the lack of discipline that they have, the lack of self-control to shut their mouth and stop eating so much, right? Their ability to settle for less, And see, this is what your body is doing. It's acting as a mirror, reminding them of their own weakness. And here's the difference though. You can throw on the cheapest shirt from Target and make it look like a designer brand because you're built, you have that frame to fill it underneath. But a same guy who's average, who's too busy complaining about guys that are in shape, they'll spend hundreds of dollars on oversized clothing that still doesn't cover up their insecurities. So don't you ever shrink, guys. Don't ever shrink yourself to make another person feel comfortable.
So as you can see, they said enough. I'm going to go ahead on and say my spiel and say my piece. Once you're walking around with a fit body, you are pretty much a billboard. You are pretty much a walking representation of people's failures to themselves, people's promises that they didn't keep to themselves, people that know they can't do what you can do. And that's just keeping the buck. It's not even just to put nobody down because anybody can do it. But the thing is, the process in which it will take for them to get there, it takes too long. People are not patient today. People are not patient these days. They want everything tomorrow. They want everything next week. They want everything in 30 days. They want everything in... They don't even want to wait 90 days for anything to even a habit even kick in. They don't even want to wait that long. So they want everything expedited in this day and age. So now that they see that you have a physique that took years to get, took you to become a whole different person, you had to do a whole complete identity shift, which they don't know they have to do. They feel like, they feel like lesser than because you've achieved something that they gave up on so many times. You gotta understand how many people this yo-yo in and out of, just not even just yo-yo dieting, yo-yoing in and out of having a fitness journey for themselves. They go up and down. They be like, oh yeah, I want to get right for the summer. I want to do this. I want to do that. But then they fall off again because the results don't come quick enough for them. They never stick to something long enough for it to work. They never look around. They always looking for a magic pill. So you walking around is a literal outward manifestation of their own inadequacies within themselves. It brings that out. It brings out their own insecurities that they have because they couldn't achieve what you achieved. Understand, your representation, your presentation, your representation of yourself and your presentation is a big thing, bro. And you walking around with a fit body, bro, it just says that I did this. Your body says that I had the discipline. It says that I had the consistency to stay the course. That's literally what rules like 95% of people out is they don't stay the course, bro. They don't stay the course. It's too long for them. It's too hard for them. They say they ain't got time. They say they make up every excuse in the book as to why they can't do it. And now all of a sudden they're mad because you actually, say I want to make a change for myself and you stuck to it. So you represent what they didn't, the promise they didn't keep to themselves. So every day they look in the mirror, they looking like, man, they don't like what they see every day. So that's already something right there. They don't like what they see as soon as they wake up and look in the mirror themselves. So what you think was going to happen when they look into the mirror that you're showing, that you're portraying of the promise they keep to themselves? They're going to hate. It's the easiest thing to do. It's easy to hate. I've always said that, guys. It's always easy to hate. It's easier to hate than it is to put the work in. In order for them to put the work in, they have to be consistent. They have to have a whole different identity shift. They have to do a whole bunch of things. They got to get up, go to the gym, actually work out, learn the knowledge, do all that. They take a lot of work. They take a lot of consistency. It takes staying the course. You got to have faith for this because you can't see the results right away. See what I mean? This takes time to start seeing results. And even for people that's like, for even the people that's taking gear, they think they can expedite the process like that. But it's a lot of people that's on gear that look like a natural physique would look in like it's a couple of years of training. So a lot of people jumping on say, oh, you on gear or you on gear. You still got to work hard even if you're taking gear. A lot of those guys don't even look impressive to even be on gear. The trust and believe, the gear itself does not really get you the results that you think you're going to get. You think you're just going to sham around, I'm just going to build all this muscle, get an incredible physique. But if you still got to have the mindset, that's the main thing. You still got to have the mindset. So people hate that even if they tried to hop on gear, they still wouldn't be able to do it. That'll piss them off even second. So now you're putting your body at risk, but way other side effects than the good side effect if you just staying the course and waiting alone and having some patience. That's the main thing. A lot of people don't have patience. So what's easy to do? Hate on somebody else, project on them, saying what they achieved isn't so big, it ain't so grand. They go try to downplay your progress, make little slick jokes at you because that you try to make you feel down. They don't want you to feel like you the stuff, because it makes them feel like they're lesser than you, because they ain't keep the promises to themselves. So they got to make you feel down about yourself for achieving something and keeping your own promises to yourself, for staying consistent, for getting that physique that stands out. So don't let them do it to you, man. Don't let it get to you. But you gotta understand, with hate, if there's nothing to hate on, if it wouldn't be nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if your physique wasn't speaking on something, if your presentation didn't hit on something, it wouldn't be nothing to hate on. So hate has to come with it. It got to come with it. If you ain't getting no hate, something's wrong. You got to understand, the majority of people aren't doing this. The majority of people have given up on themselves when it comes to fitness journey, when it comes to getting fit and get overall health and all that. They want to party and drink on the weekends, eat whatever they want, eat all the junk food, eat their foodies and all this other stuff like that. They want to go around eating all this greasy ass food and stuff like that. Clogging their arteries and all that stuff like that. They don't want to eat. Eating normal to them is considered dieting. That's the crazy part. They were like, "Oh, you on a diet? You eating this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is really just normal food." To be honest with you, it really is honest. It's really like normal food, like eating regular like potatoes, vegetables, chicken. They feel like, "Oh, that's a diet," but it's really what we're supposed to be eating. We've been so oversaturated with junk that the regular stuff that we're supposed to be eating as human beings is seen as dieting. It's seen as not normal. You see what I'm saying? So it seemed like not normal to eat regular chicken breast and vegetables. Now it's seemed like, oh yeah, you enjoy yourself. You eating fries slathered in freaking saucy cheesiness, and I don't even know what they putting in these sauces right now. Like just like slathered in burgers and with mayo and all that stuff is considered normal food at this point. Fast food. Like, if you ain't eating at a Chinese buffet or something like that, or having it slathered, it's not good. It's not. Like, our taste buds has been thrown for a loop. So that's another thing. The food addiction won't even allow people to even stick to a dieting approach for a long time, because they feel like they have to just cut out everything and all that. So the oversaturation with the regular food with all this other food that we're not really supposed to be consuming anyway, really, this extra processed food has clouded everything. So now people think that that's the norm. So when it's the norm to be mediocre, you're going to receive hate for going the other way. Understand that, guys. So when you're getting fit, understand the hate's going to come with you. Those stares, people looking at y'all funny and stuff like you did something wrong and you did nothing. Yeah, it's going to happen. Trust me. And you're going to know why. You're going to know why. Trust me. Like, this ain't no I'm thinking like, I'm being delusional. Trust me, this does happen, and it makes sense why it's happening, because a lot of people gave up on themselves. You are a walking presentation to what they did not do. Understand that you are holding up a mirror to what they failed to do. You know what I'm saying? You are a walking mirror. So they don't want to have to look in that mirror, because it makes them have to take accountability, and people don't like taking accountability. So what's easiest to do, guys? It's easier to hate. It's easy to say, oh, it don't matter. Oh, that don't matter. Yeah. Hey, that don't make all the sense. Oh, we ain't gonna stop these bullets. Oh, that's my favorite one. They ain't gonna stop no bullets, though. They ain't gonna do that. Oh, you can't enjoy your life. Oh, you're obsessed and all this other stuff. So they find any small way to downplay what you're doing. But I'm just telling you, that's what they gonna hate. So I just want to do my little spiel on it. Hopefully you guys share something in the comments, or sometimes you receive some hate and you know it was because of your physique. But anyway, it's your boy Noto back in these YouTube streets because your boy won't miss a beat. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves if they're willing to work at it. I'm out.
I'm all out of favors. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. They driving me crazy. And all I did was show them love. They turning to haters. As soon as I would tell them no. Don't ask for nothing, had enough. And all I did was show them love. I did so much stuff for some people, they came up and now they never will admit it. They took all advantage of me.